Yo, what's up, beings? Welcome to another good-ass video starring me, Bryce K, as the person ranting about how one of the greatest rock bands in history, Green Day, is across infinity better than this pale-ass chick known as Dun Dun Dun, Taylor Swift. Now before y'all Swifties click on this video just to rant and attempt to sue me for speaking facts, give me a chance to show you how the person you want to meet so bad in those crying TikToks that y'all make won't ever be compared to the three and only Billy Joe Armstrong, Trey Cool, and Mike Dirnt. I understand people love who they want to love, but you can't tell me this is mentally or neurologically healthy. Like, she has been around for a little decade, but now these girls are crazy about her due to her somewhat Eras tour that's still going on? What does Eras tour even mean anyway? Well, actually, it represents everything she did in her career. I don't care! Like, it's so scary, even Papa Meat made a video about that topic a while back. Shout out to him. Also, this was inspired by Degenerosity's Playboy Cardi video, so I'm obviously crediting him for his similar idea.
I'm a good white person. See, you're good, bro. You're good.
I'd also be using a chart of the main essential categories, including how caring and selfless each of the people in the chart are. Also, I just want to put this out for a bit. I've been a Green Day fan since 5th grade. I obviously knew Taylor Swift, but I knew her songs and talent wouldn't be as memorable, in my opinion, as the big three. When I listened to Holiday and Boulevard of Broken Dreams when I first heard it, I've literally played it on repeat every single day since I got my old but new at the time headphones. So the main reason why I've been wanting to make this vid is to show my love and appreciation for this S-tier band and show how caring these middle-aged people are to their W fans. And I went to their concert at Nationals Park this year back on July 29th. I even recorded the amazing parts, but YouTube removed it for some reason. Now with all that stuff mentioned, so now let's dive into this totally legit video. Okay, what am I actually doing? I actually had to Google what all these words mean. An artist's legacy shows the impact the artist and their work had on the musical landscape. And I know there is no better band in history, or as I remember of right now, than Green Day. These people literally made astounding classics, has infused the raw power of punk with a melodic pop sensibility and lyrics, has stopped performing for 1 minute to tell the audience that someone needs help over there. Just this year at DC has been in a good way, political for war, charity, protests, so on. And Billy Joe Armstrong didn't look like he aged at all since fucking 2005. Like, bro, this band has done Holiday, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, American Idiot, Wake Me Up When September Ends, and Jesus' Suburbia, all on the same album. And all of the people in their fan base are the most chill, intelligent, smart, and dope beings out there as of 2024. Aside from other fan bases of classic rappers, never most of the new rappers. Like, bro, we got future artists, philosophers, and world leaders in the audience and fan base you see and hear in these W concert videos. It's kind of obvious this band will not only leave a legacy in the rock and punk community in the more decades to come, but they'll also be in the recorded history books as the defenders of our country and society. I'm giving Green Day a 200 out of 100 in the legacy category. And now, we have Taylor Swift. Personally, I only know a few people that sometimes listen to Taylor Swift. Like, what was the last time you walked or ate with one of your friends and he's like, hey, after Gooba is done playing, can you put on some of the music from Taylor Swift, like Shake It Off or something? Cracker, if you wake up, that's 2024, not 2013 or whatever. But that never happened to me, because I have a lot of great and respectful buds that have the same taste of fact, opinion, and knowledge since we were 9 years old. I know Joe Bartolozzi has to deal with this annoyance because his girlfriend's a Swiftie. Like, he literally was talking to his chat a while back about how Brooke listens to Taylor Swift while lifting weights at the gym. Meanwhile, Joe puts on Slipknot. I mean, I'll give her this. I knew You Were Trouble when he walked in is still pretty nostalgic as fuck, like 12 years later. A lot of pop singers get inspired or get help from her. She has an amazing success with all the clout from her fans and being the girlfriend of Travis Kelce. She did endorse Kamala Harris for the 2024 election and does not speak or bring out her opinions of who she'll vote for or who she dislikes. So it's obviously not nothing. I'll give her an 80 out of 100 in the legacy category. She's clearly not Green Day level, but she has a literal documentary about her still going Eras tour, so I'll give her that. Lyrics are an essential part to an artist or band's music. Lyrics could be a way to connect with an artist with deep, true feelings and emotions. And Billy Joe is one of the greatest lyricists of all time. This lead singer writes his heart out in probably most of the band's songs. Thankfully, their best songs show that they write their heart out, like displaying emotions that only his true fans like myself would understand, literally bringing out their inner Shakespeare or whatever every album they've created. One of my favorite lyrics from Billy Joe Armstrong is from his highly acclaimed song, Wake Me Up When September Ends. In this song, Billy says these lyrics, "Like my father's come to pass, 7 years has gone so fast, wake me up when September ends." When you analyze or think clearly of these lyrics, it seems like a message of post-9/11 depression and militarization. That is true, but it also means another thing. It's also saying the depression Armstrong had dealt with when his father passed back in September of 1982 at just 10 years old, making him feel grief over the loss for many years. And layered in the lyrics, he says this, "As my memory rests, but never forgets what I lost, wake me up when September ends." This shows that Armstrong works hard to stay strong, move away from his past, and won't ever let depression take control of him no matter what. This man is a genius when writing a song. And lyrics with meanings like what I just showed you is an amazing example of what singers dealt or still deal with today. Not all of their songs are about depression and anxiety, heck no. But these lyrics just make you feel like you're in the song dealing with it as well. And that's why Green Day deserves nothing less than an 800 out of 100 in lyrics. Now let's move on to Taylor Swift. Look, I know she also writes her heart out in her songs as well. Kinda obvious due to most of her songs being about past relationships, but I'll be fair. So I'm still gonna read the lyrics of her most acclaimed song, All Too Well. I think it's her most acclaimed song. I don't know, I did my research. Photo album on the counter, your cheeks are turning red, you used to be a little kid with glasses in a twin-size bed. Bro, what is this? Didn't every other kid wear glasses on a twin-size bed when they were little? Why was she acting like this was a failed destiny or something? And literally most of her songs are about this similar shit. Like, you're 34. I mean, that's not too old, but she ain't that kind of young lady like 30-year-old Gwen Stefani in the early 2000s when she did Holla Back Girl and such. Like, most of her songs are just bland. And I'm gonna lie, they were all enjoyable. Maybe I should keep reading the rest of the lyrics, because there we are again in the middle of the night. We're dancing around the kitchen in the refrigerator light. Nah, that did not change my mind one bit. Just bland, bruh. Alright, she did do Shake It Off, Bad Blood, I Knew You Were Trouble, and Wildest Dreams, so I'll give her that. I'm giving Taylor a 30 out of 100 for lyrics. Nothing really too emotional and memorable compared to Billy Joe's backstory.
They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. They not like us, they not like.
Last but not least, we got the music experience. Even though all the categories I've mentioned before are a vital part in which what makes an artist good, at the end of the day, if the music doesn't sound good or is it just mid, I'm not listening to it. So let's listen to some Green Day and Taylor Swift so I can judge which one actually has the better music. First up, Holiday. This, bro. That's what I'm talking about. This is what you call real music. This exact song was even for the montage of the 2006 comedy Accepted, one of the best and most underrated movies ever made. Green Day always got me either flying and swinging around buildings or happy like a quokka. Their music is so ahead of this time when we in the year 9000, with jetpacks, giant fighting robots, and a 20 billion population on both Saturn and Mars. Their music will be playing on the radio, even on the ships run by xenomorphs and predators. Top of the charts! And for that, this was a 2 million out of 100 music experience. They don't really make stuff like this anymore, man. Anyways, let's listen to Taylor Swift. See, I told you it was mid. Some of the most boring sounds my ears ever witnessed in my 15 and a half years of life. Like, Taylor, I get that you're emo or single, although your looks say you aren't emo. Same thing, but you don't gotta make other people's music sound similar like Olivia Rodrigo's or J.J. Abrams' daughter's songs. Ain't nothing awesome in this kind of music. Like going back to being loud and more energetic again. Talk about shaking it off or being bad blood again, not about past relationships. I've heard enough. That's a solid 20 out of 100. I hope that proves my point about Sir Billy Joe Armstrong, Trey Cool, and Mike Dirnt being the ultimate GOATs, and Taylor Swift just being a mid and overrated blondie from the Midwest. No wonder why they call her music country pop music. I don't think I need to say this, but I feel like saying it anyway. This comparison also applies to artists like Olivia Rodrigo. Like, what did she make? I'm so obsessed with her undies, that overrated piece of rock or pop or whatever the punk ass song was. Man, George Washington would have written and sang something better than that to King George III as a roast or something. By the way, Green Day is also better than George Washington.